Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are fine and you are safe. Okay. So yesterday we have completed till here. What are the chlorophyll synthesis? All the experiments we have completed. Today we are going to see this topic, and we have already completed as a video. Just we are going to the textual reading. Okay. Energy flow in living things. We need energy for every activity we do. This energy comes from food. This food is prepared by the green plants. Green plants trap the sun's energy during photosynthesis to prepare food. This energy is passed on to the humans and animals when they eat the plants. This way energy flows from sun to plants and then to animals and human beings. See, if I am reading this much, you won't be able to understand anything. Let us understand in a very simple and easiest way. Okay, just see the picture, you will get to know everything. Okay, here sun is there, Nana. Sun is giving the sunlight to the plants. It is giving us what, beta? Oxygen. Food and oxygen to the animals, for human beings and animals, right? And the animals and human beings, what they are eating and they are giving the carbon dioxide. So trees gives us oxygen, we give them carbon dioxide. They have their utilizing the carbon dioxide. We are surviving because of oxygen and food. Okay. So this continuously energy flow is there. That is the reason it is balanced in nature. Okay. This is the energy flow. You know, children, how sun is important for the plants also. Sun is important for us also. Okay. Next. Animals and plants depend on each other. Animals and plants depend on each other for survival. Animals and humans need food to eat and oxygen to breathe. Plants give them this food and oxygen. Plants need carbon dioxide to prepare food. Animals and humans breathe out carbon dioxide. This is used by plants. So plants and animals, including humans, depend on each other. So how they are depending on each other? Here we have already seen here, right? The same thing is going on here. Just we have to summarize it, that we are depending on the plant because of our survival also. Because if we want to breathe, we have to depend on plants because it gives us oxygen. If we want to eat food, then we have to depend on plants because it gives us food. Okay, in the form of fruits and vegetables and roots and everything. Yes, right. So we are eating the each part of the plant, whether they are leaves, stem. We are using them not only in the edible, we are using the inedible also, like we are getting the rubber, cereals and oil, wood, paper, gum. These are all the things which we are getting from the plants. Okay, even the plants also has to depend on us. Why? They can pour the water themselves? No, they can get the sunlight by their own. Okay, but they can't grow themselves. We have to plant the seeds. Okay, so for that reason we have to pour the water, we have to take care of the plant. That's the reason even they are also depending on us. If we are not there, then how can they get their carbon dioxide? Yes, and carbon dioxide is very important for the plants because they can prepare their own food because of the help of the carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll, and that process is called as photosynthesis. Exactly. Yes, now you can understand all the things. Yes, children. Yes, next one is balance in nature. A balance needs to be maintained between the number of plants and animals. What will happen if there is a sudden increase in the number of animals? Plants may not be able to supply enough food and oxygen to all the animals, or if there is a sudden increase in the number of plants, the carbon dioxide breathed out by animals may not be enough for the plants. Let us see once again this one, children. See, balance should be maintained between the nature, whether they are plants, animals, insects and anything. Okay, whether it's a exchange of gases, whether it's a exchange of nutrients, whether it's a exchange of anything, it should be maintained in nature. See, what will happen if sudden increase in any of the species? Yes, it won't get it cannot supply enough food for them. Yes, and or if there is a sudden increase in the number of plants, if there is a sudden increase in the number of plants, the carbon dioxide by the animals and may not enough for the plant, so that carbon dioxide will be more. That is the reason we have to be in a sufficient amount of carbon dioxide and sufficient amount of oxygen. Yes, it should be continuously energy flow. Similarly, in the same way, similarly means in the same way, if there is a sudden decrease in the number of either plants or animals, it will disturb the balance in nature. Yes, it's very important that if any of the things, either it is decreasing, either it's increasing, so there will be a disturb in the ecological balance. Okay. To maintain this balance in nature, we have to protect both plant and animal life. Yes, to maintain this balance, what we have to do, children? We have to maintain both the things, whether it's a animal life or whether it's plant life, whether it's a water life, whether it's a plant life, everything we have to maintain. Okay, children? Under the wildlife protection the programs, wild animals are given special protection in forest reserves, national parks and sanctuaries. Okay, so for the sake of the safety of and protection of animals like tiger, lion, so wildlife protection, under that forest reserves has been made and national parks has been made, sanctuaries has been made. Yes, programs like Vana Mahotsava help promote planting of trees. Not only Vana Mahotsava, even the Harita Haram for Telangana also we have created this, and we have to run this program successfully, because for the sake of protection of plants, Vana Mahotsava days we are celebrating, right? Next, people are made aware of the harmful effects caused by the continuous cutting of trees. If life on earth has to go, a balance in nature must be maintained. Yes, are you seeing this picture, children? It is a balance in nature must be maintained. This is the plant, this is the animal life, and this is the plant life. Plant life and animal life must be in balance. It should not go up, it should not go down. It should be in the same position. And if we have to go on earth, we have to survive on this earth, then we have to be compulsory maintaining our balance should be there. We should not disturb the ecological balance. Okay, children? Yes. Now, photosynthesis. What's words to know? Photosynthesis, a process of preparation of food by green leaves of plants. You have to learn this. What is a photosynthesis? Photosynthesis means a process of preparation of food by green leaves of plants. Okay. What is stomata? Openings on the underside of the leaves. The underside of the leaf, there are so many stomata is present that help in the exchange of the gases. Okay, children? Now, this is a quick recap. Let us summarize it. The process of preparation of food in the green leaves of the plants is called as photosynthesis. Hey, we already done now this words to know. It's no problem. Next, water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll and sunlight are required by the plants to prepare food. What are the things which are required by the plants to prepare their food? That is water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll and sunlight, and that process is called as photosynthesis. Yes, next. Leaves have stomata to take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen and water vapor. Veins to carry water and food. Green cells with the chlorophyll to make food. Okay. Leaves have what, beta? Stomata, veins and green cells. What the stomata can do? They can exchange the gases. Okay. They give out the oxygen and water vapor. What do the veins do? Veins can carry water and food. And what the green cells of chlorophyll do? They make the food for the plants. Okay, children. Next. The food made by the leaf is used to get energy, used for growth and stored as starch. So, who is preparing food? Who is called as kitchen of the leaf? Kitchen of the plant? That is leaf. Okay. What does it do? 3 things. Used to get energy, used to grow for plant and stored as starch. Okay. This is the all food made by the plant. It can do for the plant. Okay. Done by the leaf. Okay. The energy from the sun is trapped by the plants and then passed on to the animals and humans in the form of food. Yes. Here we can see now children, here the sun energy is trapped by the plants and then it is gives out the food and oxygen to the human being. The same this one has been repeated. The energy from the sun is trapped by the plants and then it is passed to the animals and human beings in the form of what? Food and oxygen. Okay children? Yes. Animals and plants depend on each other for survival. A balance between the plants and animals is needed for life on earth to go on. See children, we have to maintain the balance, ecological balance, okay, and that we have to maintain. How we have to maintain? We should not cut the trees more and we should not hunt the animals more. Yes, and even we have to take care that more plants should not be grown, even the less plants should not be grown. Animals and plants, how much we have to do, like animals, how much they are consuming the plants, that much only enough. Okay, so that is our chapter beta. This is the second chapter. Okay, so tomorrow we will see what we need to do. Okay, Nana? So please learn this chapter and I hope you have understand so many things. Okay. So please take care of you children. Bye bye.